On September 22nd of 1776, a amateur spy by the name of Nathan Hale was captured and executed. The British had captured him and found drawings in his shoe of their fortifications. The death of Nathan Hale was thought to have gone into the manufacturing of the Culper spy ring. The Culper ring was taken from Culpeper County, Virginia, which is where Washington surveyed in his youth. Washington felt so attached to Culpeper that two of the aliases given to two of his spies, Abraham Woodhull and Robert Townsend, were Samuel Culper Sr. and Samuel Culper Jr. Side note, Talmadge was actually referred to as John Bolton, not that John Bolton. Some of the major players were Austin Rowe, Caleb Brewster, Abraham Woodhull, and Anna Strong. Washington would make sure that the Culper spies had support and were taken care of. The Culper ring would employ several methods of spycraft to their operations. In addition to providing his agents with code names, Talmadge also created a cipher system. And to do this, he used John Entick's The New Spelling Dictionary, which was a popular work at that day. And he encoded 3-digit numbers based on their position in this book. The reports were also written in invisible ink that required a special compound in order to decode it. And this ink was actually crafted by Founding Father John Jay's brother, James Jay, who was a physician. The reports were frequently embedded in letters addressed to notorious Tory sympathizers. So how did they pass these letters and these reports? Well, they actually did it just by doing mundane activities that they did every single day. Townsend would give his reports to Rowe, and then Rowe would go to the dry goods store and purchase supplies for his tavern on Long Island. Rowe would then carry these reports east to Woodhull's farm. Woodhull would get the reports to Brewster, who would row them across Long Island Sound and get them to Washington. And which cove Brewster would be at was indicated by how many handkerchiefs Anna Strong would hang up on her clothesline. There were 7 possible coves, and they were labeled Cove 1, Cove 2, Cove 3, and so on and so forth. If he would be at Cove 1, she would hang up 1 handkerchief. Cove 2, 2 handkerchiefs, etc., etc. Throughout the war, the Culper ring made sketches of fortifications, and they reported on ship arrivals and ship departures. They reported on the status of British supplies. Some of the Culper ring's most important work was when they learned the location of General Henry Clinton's military and that they were going to launch an expedition into Rhode Island. And yes, that's the same Clinton family, allegedly. Benjamin Talmadge immediately got in touch with Washington, who then put his forces on the offensive. And this caused Clinton to cancel the attack. The group was also responsible for the apprehension of British spy John Andre and exposing the treason of Benedict Arnold. Washington had many spy networks, but the Culper ring was his most professional. It successfully ran from 1778 to the end of the war in 1783. And that, my friends, is the pretty abbreviated story of the Culper spy ring. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay free.